Hey guys, it's Adrian over BHA here. Wanted to show you guys a new video. So the great folks over at Eufy sent me over another one of their awesome new products. This is the newly released Eufy S100 Smart Outdoor Light Camera Combo. So this thing is pretty cool. Combined with Eufy's AI capabilities, this thing has endless capabilities. So we're going to dive right into it and see what all we can do with it. All right, so you can pick this thing up on Eufy's website for about 150 bucks. Now this thing was just released, so shipping and sales may be delayed just slightly due to the high demand of this camera light combo. Nonetheless, we're going to get this thing installed, get it added into the Eufy app, and see what all we can do with it. Let's get started. All right, so let's get this thing opened up here. So again, we're looking at the Eufy S100 Smart Outdoor Light Camera Combo. If we get this thing opened up here, right off the top, we got the light itself. And this thing is actually pretty big. I didn't realize how big this really was going to be, even though, there's obviously the size of the box itself, but it doesn't do it justice. So we got the camera there in the middle. You can also see the sensor there. We got a little sticker over the top of it that kind of helps monitoring the surroundings. So along with the light itself, we also have the mounting bracket. Let's see, it looks like a USB cord. That's kind of for plugging this thing in and getting it set up initially. Other than that, we got the instructions for getting it installed and how to set it up. But that's about it as far as what comes in the box itself. So another cool thing I wanted to show you are just kind of how the lights kind of turn. You can angle them however you want. So maybe you want the top light pointed one direction. You can point the bottom light in the other direction. It gives you a little bit of versatility there. You also kind of have the ability to angle the whole unit, so you can kind of point the camera in the direction that you want as well. So that's pretty cool. Let's move on to the next step and get this thing added into the Eufy app. Okay, so before we install the light outside, we need to get it added into the Eufy app on our phone. The way to do that is using the provided USB cable to power the camera function of the light. We will hit the plus here in the top corner, and then we're going to select the wall light cam. From there, it wants you to scan the QR code on the back of the light. We already have the light plugged in. Now we are ready to put in the Wi-Fi credentials. So you need to make sure that you're using a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. But after that, it wants you to push the sync button on the back of the light for 2 seconds, and you will actually hear it beep. After that, once it starts flashing blue, it is ready to scan the QR code here using the light's camera. Once that is done, it takes a few seconds and boom, now we have it added into the Eufy app. Now it looks like mine needs to do an update to the firmware, so we can kick that off here, but we'll kind of go ahead and skip ahead and we'll go ahead and move on to the next step and get this light installed. All right, so now that my light is finished updating, we're ready to get this thing installed. Now I'm going to be installing this on the side of my house, replacing this old style light that I currently have. It should be a pretty easy install. We're just going to remove the old light and then wire the new one right in its place. And here you can see here I have the old light removed and we are ready to get that new light mounting bracket installed. Now in this next clip, I have the new bracket installed and the wires actually connect right into the bracket, making it super easy to install. At this point, as you can see here in the last clip, all we had to do is just push that light onto the mounting bracket, and there are two small screws, one on each side, that kind of help hold it in place once you have it on the bracket. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, and we'll go over the configuration options in the Eufy app. Okay, so we got the light added into the Eufy app. We have it installed outside. Now we're ready to go over all the capabilities that we have from within the Eufy app. So here we are on the main screen for the device. You can see down at the bottom you have the ability to record video, take pictures. You also have the ability to talk to the person that's out there on camera if you want. We can turn the lights on and off, as well as sound an alarm if we need to. The button on the end there is to be able to just hear that sound from the video if you want. But if we go into the settings menu up here in the top corner, right off the bat, there's motion detection. So we can go in there, and this is where you would enable motion detection if you haven't already. You can set activity zones if you have certain areas that you don't want it to monitor motion on. And you also have the ability to set the sensitivity of the sensors. By default, it's kind of in the middle, which I think is pretty strong. So I would actually probably turn it down even a little bit more. I do want to receive push notifications for human detection, so I'm going to leave that set. But you can also get notified on any motion. I wouldn't have all that turned on because I think you'll get probably overkill on the number of alerts. But human detection is probably a good place to start. Let's see here, under light settings, this is where you can set the color of the light. So not only does this light support white light, warm and cold, but it also does colors. So if you want to be able to set the color of the light based on what holiday it is, you can actually do that from within the app. Whatever color you want. So that's pretty cool for these LEDs. Under video settings, this is where we can adjust the quality of the video, not just for streaming, but for recording events as well. You can also remove the watermark if you want. You can even turn off that status LED on the front camera itself if you want this light camera to be more hidden. Let's see, under audio settings, by default, it does record audio with all the clips, but you can actually turn that off if you want. This is also where you set the speaker volume for the two-way conversations, as well as the alert volume for sounding alarms. Now, I think middle of the road is probably a good place to have those set, so I've kind of left those alone. All right, under push notifications, this is where you can set whether or not you want to receive a thumbnail image with your notification or not, or if you just want to receive text. I have it set to just text right now, but I may consider changing that in the future. We can also modify the alert tones here as well. Now, other than that, you have general settings, which is where you're able to change the name of the device, which I'm going to do here. I'm going to call it side door light since that's kind of its location. But you can also get all the information here for the device, from Wi-Fi settings to time zone settings, as well as the ability to update the firmware, which we of course have already done. But this pretty much covers everything that you can do from within the Eufy app. Let's go ahead and move on to the last step, where we'll go over some sample footage from daytime and nighttime, as well as I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so just to kind of give you my final thoughts and show you some sample footage from the camera on this light here, we're going to start with the daytime footage here. Remember, this is a 2K camera, and I think the quality looks pretty good. You can kind of see all the junk underneath my carport that my wife keeps complaining about. It comes in pretty clear. Everything's pretty nice. Now, up next here, we have the nighttime footage, and I've kind of shown two scenarios here. So on the left, I got the infrared night vision. On the right, there is the color night vision. And again, I felt like the quality in both of these clips is pretty good. It's pretty comparable to other light camera options that I've seen. And lastly here, I just want to show you the kind of the color changing options here. Just kind of let this play out and run through some various colors. Because like I said, this is not just a white LED. It will do whatever color you want, which makes this kind of an interesting light. But as far as my thoughts on this light go, I mean, for about 140, 150 bucks, this is a pretty nice little light. It's very easy to install. Wiring it up with the mounting bracket made it super easy and very clean looking. And then, of course, you just push that light on and screw it in. It was very easy to install. Eufy makes it very easy getting it added into the app. And their app is so easy to use that you can adjust so many different things on this light. I'll have a link to Eufy's website in the description below. For some reason you aren't interested in this light, head over there and see what other products they currently have, and I guarantee you will find something that you do like. As always, I want to thank everybody for donating to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you haven't had a chance, head over to my spring merchandise page and check out all of the Burns home automation merchandise. And if you're looking for the latest smart home gear, you're going to want to check out SMONet. I'll have a link in the description below for their website. You'll head over there and check out all the deals they currently have running. And if you're looking for the latest smart home technology and window treatment, you're going to want to check out SmartWings. I have a link to SmartWings' website in my description below as well. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. And if you're interested in buying and selling stock or maybe cryptocurrency, check out Robinhood. I'll have a link in the description below for that as well. And if you sign up with that link, you and I both will get a free share of stock. It's a win-win for both of us. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. As always, if there are any videos out there that you would like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can't get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around.